Listen up, everybody.
Right now it's showtime. Are you ready?
Andy H and Chris Welch.
You're not rocking with the best. UK Mondo.
You know, like tune to UK Mondo. Watch ya, keep it locked.
Let's get started.
Okay, so I'm in the far away dressing room at O2 Academy for Sounds Like This and UK Mondo. I'm with Children of Zeus. I've got Connie Con.
Hello.
I've got Tyler Daly.
Yeah.
And just want to ask you about how the project came about in the first place, because obviously you guys have done plenty of stuff before.
Yeah. But yeah, just basically we got booked for the same show in France. I was part of Body Rock, Connie was part of Broken English. Just mutual respect for each other's music, stayed in touch, and we realised that me and Connie have just pretty much got a very, very similar taste in music, and we had passion for the same kind of stuff. So we just stayed in touch over the years, and it just kind of developed into us creating the stuff that we love, really.
Was there always a plan to do like an album and other tracks, or in the first instance was it just kind of like record a couple of tracks and see how
you know what the actual plan, there was a first plan which was Tyler producing an EP for me, right, which never really materialized. It was a bad plan, because if you know anything about how I write, I was never. Then the second plan was, Tyler played me some music which, when I was going through the beats, he was playing me all his hardest hip-hop beats, and then when we realised that the ones I really liked were the soulful ones, I was like, let's do some more of this, a bit more like, he wasn't singing as much as he is now at the time. It was more like, I was like, well, how about we do some songs, we're both emceeing it, but Tyler can sing some choruses every now and again. And then the more we did it, the more we realised the singing is what separated it from all the other hip-hop stuff at the time.
So in terms of both your experiences in the industry beforehand, can you talk a little bit about those, positives and negatives maybe?
Yeah, you know what? It's all turned out to be a positive in the end, because I feel like the experiences me and Connie probably both had are experiences that people won't have now, because the game's changed. So we kind of came from the time of when it wasn't the internet driving it, it was labels, and it was really kind of set on, you had to kind of please the right A&Rs and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like
kind of trying to second guess what they want.
Yeah, so there was a benefit of obviously going through all that and having that wealth of experience, but the downside was it's easy to lose yourself, because you try to please this person and that person, and before you know it, you've lost what you started off with. So I feel like I can't speak for Connie, because he got his feet in with Broken English, and they was kind of consistently what they was for a long time. With myself personally, I went through a lot of different ups and downs and different management and just try to find my feet. So I feel like I lost myself a few times, found myself a few times, and then just did a full circle to like, well, now we don't need anyone,
Yeah,
it's
which is great. It must be a great feeling.
Let's just do it ourselves and just do the music that we fell in love with in the beginning.
One thing that I think is really, really impressive about your live show is you've got a really good connection with the audience. How much do you think, sort of performing in the past, whether as an MC, or I know you've done singing as well over DJs sets and stuff like that, how much has that kind of helped you when it comes to stage show?
I was actually thinking this a couple of days ago, and really I learned from two really good performers, DRS and Strategy, who really their crowd participation was like, we'd literally go set up a show, I'd say, what tracks are we doing? They go, we don't know, just press play on the CD player. And half the set would just be freestyle, do you know what I mean? Like, literally, there was no rehearsals, it was all freestyles, it was talking to the crowd, it was, if one day we want to bring someone on stage and take the piss out of them, then so be it. If another day we want to get in the crowd, if another day you're going to rap about something, I've
never seen disorganisation,
but it was organised, organised confusion. So I was literally thinking the other day, like a lot of my showmanship comes from watching those two. So and the thing is, it's different with, like, if a lot of people think because our music's probably on most people's radars the last couple of years. A lot of people maybe think we've just been performing for 2 years. I've been performing like over 20 years, you know what I mean? So it's a learning over 20 years. And I'm not saying I'm the best performer by any means. I'm just saying where I'm at now is not like me doing a couple of shows. That's me.
In our own eyes, I don't think we'd put ourselves up there as great performers, because we come from MCs, which is like literally moving a crowd, and it's about controlling a crowd. I was never really that guy. I was always like, you know, I just try and let my talent do. I'm a little bit shy. I feel Connie was kind of the same, because he was more the DJ. But we learnt from the best, so you kind of like take little bits, and I feel like with the music that we do and the crowd that come to see us anyway, it's not that difficult to kind of just say a few things here and there. But you know, I think Connie more so really kind of tries to include everyone and you know, get people involved, man.
I don't know, I guess your vocal stylings, but also the sound of Children of Zeus. Like, where are you drawing all those influences from?
Pirate radio.
Pirate radio in general, but obviously the UK, we're both half Caribbean, so that's just in us naturally. We grew up on a lot of soul music. We hip hop kids. That was our generation. So plus we. On the journey came drum and bass and came garage and all this other kind of stuff, so you know, it's all in there. But I think the soul hip hop with that kind of Caribbean undertone is probably the most kind of, you know, recognisable sound of ours. See,
because I've always like that. A couple of times I've heard you sing and I thought Raf House of Deep.
I've heard that a lot.
Comparison.
Heard that a lot.
Not bad. Not a bad comparison at all, is it?
I'll take that one.
What are the, perhaps if you had to pick like 3 tracks that are the ones you're most proud of on the album, which ones would they be? I guess that's a hard question, because I know all of it would be your creation.
Well, I think there's some that was like, some would be like, we've always worked in this way, like, because we didn't get a chance to spend so much time together all the time. We'd get together and then he'd have a few ideas of what he'd been working on, I'd have a few ideas, so then we'd listen and whatever floats our boat, let's just jump on, that sort of thing. But this time we got to be in a room together where we were just like 20 all the time. So there was a couple of songs where, you know, you always have these teething things where I like that, you don't like that, I like, you know, but there was a couple of tracks where we just went boom and just kind of met through. So personally, I'd say like Hoodman to Manhood was like a perfect collaboration. Same with The Heartbeat, but that's not so much. I'd say more for me, Hoodman to Manhood, Vibrations, because the way it was written, and he set the tone for the album.
It's funny you say Vibrations, because I remember when I listened through the album, I'd heard you do it a couple of times live, and I was thinking, oh, would that be on the album? Is that going to be on the album? Because it's always, you know, it's kind of like deep house, soul. It's got a bit of everything. It's got a bit of everything in there.
So
you know,
I actually don't know what type of genre that is. Really don't know what.
It's almost like a tribally, funky, soulful, housey,
broken beat,
basically,
gospel,
which is perfect for us. Anything that's unrecognisably just but dope, then we're off.
It's got a killer remix from Zed Bias as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely smashing.
Tell us a little bit about, obviously, you guys from Manchester, and about the scene there, and how you're involving people maybe in your lineup, and you know, and how it's all been received and everything.
I feel it'd be a shame to take this much not knowledge but experience in the ups and downs of making music and not share it with people if you can. So for me, all these younger guys coming up, I feel for them, because like I think they're all frustrated because they're looking at numbers and watching the other people who are more successful, and they're all kind of just like, well, I'm good at this, why is no one watching my thing? So for me, I just feel like all these young guys who are really talented just need as much of my time as I can give them. So, you know, for instance, we've got KSR with us the last couple of weeks, who we think's amazing and should be bigger than us, do you know what I mean? And there's all these other, you know, guys who are maybe a decade younger or more than us, do you know what I mean? And they make very similar music to us. The influences aren't necessarily the same, but we all end up in the same place making pretty soulful stuff. And I just feel like there's so much talent in Manchester, and it's, you know, we went through years of being like the only ones in Manchester anyone outside of Manchester knew about. You know, in the broken English days, you'd go elsewhere and they're like, oh, anybody else do anything in Manchester? Like, there's all these people doing stuff. Whereas now it's, you know, we go everywhere we go around the world, and someone will say, well, Manchester's dope now, they've got so-and-so here and so-and-so, and it's nice to hear some of the names breaking outside of Manchester. So I just feel like, you know, it's all been a bit London centric for a very long time, and
Definitely.
you know, and that's no diss to anyone from London. I just mean there's other stuff, and especially Manchester, it's in the water, man.
I was out in Soundwave this year, and there was a wicked like rock and roll moment when you guys were, I think you flew in for, I don't remember, Spain and stuff, and came over. Describe that, because that was something else. It seemed like half of Manchester was on the boat.
Yeah.
And you guys arrived for the last 20 minutes.
We literally, for anyone who didn't see it, we were running late. We had a boat party that we were meant to be on, and the boat party had ended up setting off without us. So when we got there, they, you know, speeded us down the motorway. We arrived, got us on a golf cart, speeded us through a crowd of people, and then put us on a speedboat to catch up to this other boat. So when we finally arrived, everyone thought we weren't coming, do you know what I mean? Or I presume people thought we weren't coming. And we circled this boat in our speedboat, you know.
Looking like mates. Buffy and mates.
Buffy and mates. Came on the boat to cheers, and then got on the mic straight away and started to say it was pretty, like, you know, beautiful settings. It was wild, man.
Last question I was just going to ask you. You know, obviously you spent a lot of time writing, and especially the lyrical process. So, did you realise when you were writing that actually all you needed to have was yeah.
6 times over. Here's the weird thing. There's about 4 other songs from that time period that I don't even know if they come out, did they? Where all the choruses were him saying yeah in various different ways.
I say yeah a lot. If you actually, if it's BVs or hooks or whatever,
there's about 4 songs with 4.
I find it very easy
choruses.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's just mad how that's become like it's just a hook. I mean, obviously it's the melody and everything else, but it's just the hook that everybody.
The craziest part was Connie actually did an April Fool one time and told the fans that was being sued.
I saw that.
I said we've been sued by Elton John for I'm Still Standing. It's also called I'm Still Standing.
Actually on paper.
Do you know what?
On paper.
What's your name on Facebook?
I can't say that.
Okay. Because I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
He actually does say I'm Still Standing.
Yeah. Definitely bit that song.
Yeah, subconsciously I must have been listening to a lot of Elton John at that time.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much for the interview, guys. Have a brilliant show tonight, and all the best over, definitely see you again, and all the best over the next year or so, and a couple of years when you're doing stuff, and keep pressing
until we're bored and we don't want to do this anymore. Could be soon, man.